again, your hostess, Queen Excellence, and today we're tackling the very important subject of perspectives. I am posting this video today, which is a Tuesday, because I really think it's very important for us to shift some of the perspectives that we are upholding and pushing forward. And one of those perspectives is a perspective that the week only starts on a Monday. Most of us are failing to be productive because we take Mondays to be the only day in the week that we can actually start something. But I'm here with this video for productivity that you can actually start even today on a Tuesday. So what are perspectives? Perspectives are basically the ways or the attitudes that we choose to adopt as a way of viewing things, right? So I'm going to insert a couple of memes that are going to help us to understand right here. Great, now that we're on the same page, I ended with that African proverb which says that as long as the story is told from the hunter's perspective, we will never know who was the hero between the hunter and the lion, right? So that as long as the story is always told from the perspective of the hunter, the story will always celebrate the hunter and not the lion, right? What this means to me is that there is chances that a lion really fought valiantly, really did its best to survive, and maybe the hunter won by a chance. But literally, because it's dead now, no one can ever hear from that lion. What we know is only the perspective with which we're presented by the hunter. If the hunter was scared out of his skin, if the hunter ran for his life, if the hunter literally was saved by a stroke of luck, he won't tell us that perspective. He will tell us the perspective that glorifies him as a valiant fighter and a valiant hunter. However, we need to understand that there are different perspectives to a story, and each perspective presents a different view. Now, why am I thinking about perspectives and why am I bringing this to you on a Tuesday? Well, the reason why I'm bringing you the subject of perspectives is because perspectives are really very important, especially this year, which is 2020, where we've met lots of challenges such as the coronavirus. In general, in our lives, we go through things. I don't know what exactly you're going through, but we've definitely gone through something this year. If not this year, we've gone through something in our lifetime. And these are things that we've gone through that we really sincerely believe have changed our value in the world, have changed the things that we can do, the things that we think have completely altered the trajectory of our lives. But I'm here with some good news, The reason why you feel the way you feel about the things that you've gone through, the terrible things that have happened, the terrible life events that seem to have disqualified you for certain things, the reason why you feel the way that you feel about them is because you have chosen to take that path. The reason why you have chosen to take that path may not be simply down to you. It may be as a result of various things, such as the influence of family, the influence of society, the communities we grew up in, the things that we have been told, the sayings that are just chucked around by family and people that we trust, that have made us believe that if we do certain things, we're automatically disqualified from certain places. And I want to tell you that the only limitations that exist to you are the limitations that you put on your own mind. As long as you believe that you're capable of doing something, as long as you believe that you're deserving of a thing, there's nothing under the sun that can stop you from doing that thing. The only thing that needs to happen is you need to harness your mind and you need to shift your perspectives. As long as your perspectives are focused on the thing from the angle which makes it seem like it has totally ruined your life, I promise you that you will not be able to get up from where you are right now. But the one thing that I need you to do more for yourself than for me is to understand that whatever it is that you have gone through is something that you can absolutely absolutely survive, and it is something that you can absolutely defeat. It's something that you can get up from, and you can literally start your life again and get every single thing that they said that you couldn't have. You're gonna ask me, okay, so what if I do all this and nothing happens? Like, I've put in all this effort and nothing changes. Then guess what? You're going to be exactly where you are. How is that a good thing? You've tried, you've made the effort, right? But nothing has changed, and that's absolutely okay, because you remain in the situation that you're in right now. You literally lose nothing. But if you try and something good does come out of your effort, then something good has happened. You stand a chance to change your situation from the way that it is right now to something totally different that does not resemble what you're experiencing at the moment, right? So the only thing that limits us from becoming the version of ourselves that we want to be is how we perceive ourselves, the perspective that we choose to take, the things that we choose to believe, how we choose to think that what has happened to us can alter what can happen to us. And I wanted to teach you something. The things that have happened in your past are the only things that you cannot change. They're the only pages with set and solid storylines that cannot be altered anymore. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is, right? And I know it's not a nice feeling. I know that sometimes you wish you could go back in time and change things, not meet certain people, not make certain decisions, not do certain things, pray to God not to be born in a certain country, have listened to someone more when they told you something. But guess what? You can't change those things. And if you stay in a state of denial where you refuse to accept that things have changed, that things have happened, you cannot move on from those things. Those things that have happened to you will continue to affect you day by day. The most important thing that you need to do right now, where you are, is tell yourself that what has happened. Be brave enough to turn around and face it. It's not going to be an easy process. I would be lying if I told you that doing this is going to be easy, but I promise you the rewards and the benefits are so great. I cannot express to you just how great the rewards are, right? What I need you to do is to face the things that you've gone through, whatever it is. If you failed an exam, if you got some news you weren't expecting, if you lost a loved one, if you failed at something that you never thought you would fail at, I do not know what it is exactly that you're going through. And if you're not willing to share it with me, I really do not want to force you into a position where you have to. But I really want you to understand that the most important thing to allow us to move away from there is to acknowledge the surroundings. Where do you find yourself? Are you in a dark place? Are you sad? Are you upset? Acknowledge those feelings. Feel those feelings. This is not a call to pretend that you're superhuman and that you're not feeling certain things. This is a call to acknowledge it. Feel the pain. Feel the emotions, Soak the moment, right? But after you do that, you need to now ask yourself, what's the best way out? Someone said that there was a donkey that was thrown into a well because it had eaten some crops, right? And the people started to throw stones into the well where this donkey was. And this donkey would just shake off the stones that they were throwing on it and step on them. They would throw more stones trying to kill it, getting upset that every stone that they were throwing wasn't killing it. And the donkey kept on shaking the stones off and climbing on top of them. Eventually, these stones that the people were throwing at the donkey became the very bricks that allowed the donkey to climb out of this hole, right? There's so many things that have happened that intended to bury you. There's so many situations that you have met that intended to put you in a dark place and kill you. But there's that saying that everyone loves and constantly repeat. They buried us, but they didn't know that we were seeds. You can choose the reality that you want to live. For a seed to become a plant, it has to die first. But the difference is there's some that choose to stay dead, and there's some that choose to fight for life. The decision belongs to you. The ability to change your life, the ability to move in a different direction is literally only in your hands. There's no one else who can make that choice for you. No one else who can make that decision for you. It is totally you that can do that. And so I'm begging you today, on this Tuesday morning, to choose right, to choose life, to choose to just get up out of the situation that you're in and try something. It's very, very important that you get up and you choose life. I am begging you. I am begging you, literally. I do not know how to say this any other way, but I genuinely want you to understand that there's nothing that has happened to you that is new. There's nothing that has happened to you that hasn't happened to someone and that someone has survived it. That is not to make what you're going through like more trivial. That is not to trivialize your pain. That is not to trivialize how you're feeling at the moment. That is not to make light of how tough the situation you might find yourself is right now. But what it is meant to do is to make you understand that you can absolutely get through this. You can absolutely get up from this. You can absolutely rise from these ashes. These ashes were not meant to hold you. This grave was not meant to bury you. They didn't know that you were a seed, right? And I need you to promise yourself that you're going to get up and that you're going to face the problems. Face the problem. Decide to get up and decide to change whatever it is that you're going through at the moment. I want you to understand that the power to turn your mess into a message lies with you. God is already on your side. God is already willing to help you as long as you get up. David didn't ask for God to teleport him to stand in front of Goliath. David got in front of Goliath by himself, believing in the God that he knew was backing him up. And when he got in front of Goliath, he declared to Goliath what was going to happen because he knew the God that he trusted. And the God that he trusted did not let him down. And trust me, he will not let you down. You deserve this. You deserve to get out of this place. You deserve to see better for yourself. And so I just want to ask you to do the best thing that you can do for yourself. Do something that your current self will thank you for in future, because you're the only person that decides. I always say death is not something that happens when a person has to be buried and is put in a mortuary. It happens when you decide that you're no longer deserving of a good life. It happens when you decide that you're no longer going to make an effort, but you're just going to float on by. That is when death begins. And so I want to plead with you to choose life and reject death, because you deserve life. I'd love to hear from you. So feel free to DM me. Feel free to comment in the comment section below. Whatever it is that you want to talk about. If you're not comfortable talking, I'm going to be praying for every single person that is going to watch this video, because I genuinely feel that we need to shift our perspectives. Doesn't matter what country you come from. Doesn't matter what country you're based in. Your perspective is what turns you from a loser into a winner. It's literally a shift in mindset. But for today, I hope this helps you to get through this week. I hope this gives you the energy that you need to go and get every single thing that they said you couldn't. Because they only managed to tell you that because you believed it. Had you not believed it, they wouldn't have the power to decide the trajectory of your life. And you can reject those words today. It's not too late. There's no such thing. That's why we're posting the motivational video for this week today. And this video is genuinely from the bottom of my heart to you and for you. And I'm praying for every single person that's going to watch this video. Literally, I'm praying for you. And I hope you have a lovely week. And please, if you know someone who needs to hear this, share with them. If this resonated with you, please comment. Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this type of comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.